Stephen A., should the Pats consider bringing AB back?
Let me preface my comment by saying this. The NFL has been conducting an investigation against Antonio Brown. My comments have absolutely nothing to do with that. If there is a scintilla of guilt to the accusations and the allegations that have been levied against him, he needs to pay a price, and he doesn't need to be back in the league. I'm only
the sexual assault allegations.
That's right.
If he's innocent of the charges, yes.
If he were to be found innocent of the charges, here's what I would tell you. That decision should be made completely up to Tom Brady.
Well, you know what he's going to say.
Completely up to Tom Brady, because he's the 42-year-old, 6-time Super Bowl champion, okay, who's playing with close to nothing at this particular juncture and needs all the help he can get. The man needs a running game. He needs receivers. He needs tight ends. He needs offensive linemen.
He needs to make better throws.
The only thing that Tom Brady has been given by the New England Patriots is probably breakfast and lunch. That's about it. They've done nothing for him this year thus far. They tried to get him Antonio Brown. I don't mean that.
They got him a defense.
Listen,
if they gave him breakfast and lunch, opposing defenses are eating it. They're eating his breakfast and lunch.
Hold on, you'll get your time. All I'm saying is this. When it comes to Tom Brady, you're going after the Super Bowl specifically because your defense is elite this year. Give the man something. Now, if he doesn't want an Antonio Brown, then of course, the hell with it, because I wouldn't be apt to give Antonio Brown a chance, not with the distraction that he has been. But clearly, he did show Tom Brady respect. Clearly, Tom Brady showed him love. The man was going to invite him in the home. He had a room for him, had everything. Probably had the maid and everything like that, had a robe for him, everything. He wasn't going to be in need of anything, okay? Tom Brady wanted this man on board. If the sexual assault allegations, all right, are no longer an issue, and it's strictly about football, I would say allow Tom Brady to make that decision. He's earned it.
Remember The Odd Couple?
Yeah, Jack Klugman and Tony Randall. Right. Felix and Oscar.
Felix and Oscar. Do you remember what Felix would tell Oscar when Oscar would met?
Oscar.
I got to do this to you, Stephen A. Stephen A. Stephen A. What's the definition of insanity everyone always uses? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result?
Yeah.
Stephen A. We just had this debate like 8 times already this season, and you keep coming back and conceding. Max was right. Hey, listen to me.
Doing that.
Wait a minute.
I don't recall that.
If you give AB a job, he will implode. Maybe before he ever reaches the field, certainly by game 2. Every time you're sitting here going, well, if AB can do that, and then what happens? He throws himself under the bus. He illegally tapes phone calls. He sends out texts.
That's why I said let Tom Brady make the call. I didn't say bring him on. Let Tom Brady make that call.
I'll be Tom Brady. Hell yeah, I want AB. It'll last at most 1 game, and AB will do something else stupid and self-destructive. You cannot let him back in the league this year. Even the way he phrased the apology to Kraft. Sorry for the bad media. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but come on, AB. Sorry for bad AB. You know, like, it's not that, well, you know how the media is. Nah, man. I mean, yeah, you know how we are, but whew, that's low-hanging fruit. You cannot let AB back in the NFL. This season, he needs to show some kind of genuine growth, some kind of genuine recognition of his own behavior, I think, before the NFL should take him back.
It's amazing, because the only reason we having this conversation is because AB is an uber talent, like generational, right?
Sure.
This wouldn't even be a conversation about him coming back. And I love when Max gets a layup, because Stephen A., I understand your point, but I love when Max gets a layup. And to the notion that all of the things, the sexual assault allegations off the field are cleared. Here's the problem with bringing AB back. It has nothing to do with his talent. It has nothing to do with the apology. It's the fact that you don't know what the hell AB's going to do 30 minutes after you sign him. That's the issue. The issue is not about whether he's good enough. Tom Brady would want him back. He would welcome that, because talent usually takes over everything. When we talking about the NFL, right? They won't let Cap in, but they'll let guys in with history of bad situations. So barring the obvious outside of football, The problem that AB created with everything that he did is that you don't know what he's going to do. And that is the issue. If you're Robert Kraft, you're sitting in your office and Tom Brady telling you, yeah, I want to have AB back. And then Robert Kraft goes into his Rolodex or his history and he sees AB calling him out about potential allegations that's up against him. Then you got to look at the situation that happened in Oakland. Then you got to talk about AB going off even after he left the NFL about he didn't want to play in the NFL and he was done with him. 30 minutes later, I apologize for making that statement to the NFL. You have to be out of your mind,
Marcus,
if you think AB is not who AB is telling us he is.
Marcus, he said he wanted to go back to school. First thing he did was send a tweet out looking for someone to do his paper for him. I quoted the odd couple.
Y'all are missing
real quick,
it, but
Stephen A.
Go ahead.
Let me just reference Life now, the movie Life. We make reference to that movie every now and then. Very underrated, excellent movie, great flick. The character can't get right.
Can't get right.
And he was like a sweet soul, right? I'm not talking about it like that. I'm like, AB can't get right.
Out of Pappy.
Y'all.
He's got to get himself right first.
Everybody's missing my point here. First of all, I did not say that I would bring AB, nor did I say he definitively should be on the team. What I said is that the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions with a 42-year-old quarterback whose time is dwindling away, having in possession of the #1 ranked defense in football, with AB clearly being the quintessential prototypical need that they have right now. I'm not saying the guy's a model citizen. I'm not saying he's going to be a model citizen. I'm not saying to bring him on the team.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.